funds to develop the Royal City project. Bayern stood in a white shirt with the rest of his comrades, with tools, shouting that the gold mine apartment complex project was 70% complete and everyone should hold out. It was a huge deserted clearing surrounded by a fence. At this time, the protagonist stretched out his arms and emitted a green aura. He stood on a hill and raised his hands, raising the silhouette of a building. Then, with a piercing gaze, he lowered his hand with 2 fingers. Building complexes began to appear from the ground. Everything around was shrouded in smoke and dust. Huge multi-story silhouettes of buildings appeared on this clearing. Lloyd waved his arms, spreading his legs wide. Then a powerful vortex of air began to blow everything. A moment later, the wind stopped and the silhouettes of buildings appeared. Lloyd raised his hands above his head and looked down, realizing that now there was a final check. He stood on a hill and stretched his arms to the sky, emitting light. He directed a stream from the ground to the sky. It was outer space with the planet Earth. A star beam flew to our planet. It was a fiery meteorite flying straight to the building, and the system did not understand what they were checking here. This meteorite crashed into the thickness of the Earth, destroying everything around. The protagonist grabbed his stomach and began to sneer maliciously. The knight looked at his sarcastic smile behind him. The brown-haired man looked back at his knight with disdain and asked about his expression. Xavier explained that he did not think that the master had gone crazy, to which the protagonist simply responded in kind. Lloyd immediately opened his eyes in shock when he heard that Master Corgidus and 30 other dwarves had arrived. The development of their apartment complex is directly dependent on the development of cement, because everything is much more complex than building a statue or a suspension bridge, and their knowledge is not enough to build an apartment complex. The protagonist bowed to the crowd of little dwarves in greeting. He showed a drawing of a concrete mixer on a piece of paper with a malicious grin, which he considered an incredibly valuable piece of equipment that helps mix and maintain the quality of cement and also prevents the cement from settling and prevents foreign components from getting into the texture. The old man with a slight frown said that it was rude,